changes absolutely everything for Bitmine. If you are a shareholder of Bitmine, get ready. I believe with this news, Bitmine can reach 250 by the end of this year. It sounds crazy. We will talk about Tom Lee. We will talk about Cathie Wood selling Bitmine and what does it mean. We will talk about the crazy news about Ethereum, and we will talk about my previous predictions. And we see that my predictions, even though very aggressive, actually got overblown by Bitmine. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the game. I'm the Wolf of Dubai.
So if you don't know who I am, my name is Danny and the Wolf of Dubai. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss the next X10 stock. Since I'm talking about Bitmine on this channel, Bitmine went up 100+%. So we are always here early. I was early on Tesla. I invested in Tesla when it was a $17 company. I put my life savings into it. I averaged down to $6 and Tesla went crazy. Some of the subscribers bought apartments or houses in the US. So if you're not subscribed, you are missing out the notification on daily vlogs about Bitmine and other X10 stocks. One more thing before we getting started. I never advertise any other company here on this channel, only my own products. If you want to get, much more closer to our family, our X10 family, go to x10daytrading.com. We developed an own software. So we send you all our day trades all automatically into your broker. It's all trading done for you. And if you have $10,000 or more to start with, schedule a call with me personally and we see if we can help you as well. I want to emphasize when I invest into a stock, I always look into the leadership team, okay? And one of the most important factors is how hard they work. And I want to show you a clip, just a brand new clip, okay? You might have never seen it before. How actually Tom Lee works his ass off, all right? Here's a short clip of a podcast he just did. Have a look.
What is your day-to-day like? Like, when do you wake up and when do you sleep, and what is happening during the day?
Okay. The last couple weeks is not a good snapshot, but because last night I was in the office until almost 2, maybe 1 a.m. I got home at 2.
In meetings?
Yes, I've been in Zoom. I'm usually fully booked all day and on Zooms. And then I got up at 5:30 a.m. for CNBC. And as soon as I got to the office today, I've been in Zooms all day.
Wow.
So I think I'm heavily scheduled. But I do find time to comment on Twitter, especially all the haters.
And you do your own tweets, right?
Yes.
I mean, it looks like you do your own tweets.
I do. That's why
it keeps it authentic. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, so this is really important. I have plenty of people that offer to write things for me or research or the tweets, but I was like, you know what? I don't want someone to think that came from me.
Correct.
It has to come from me. So even our research, like I create a video every day for our clients.
Right.
It's about a 10-minute video, 5-minute video. And I do that. And I think it's important that I'm speaking to people directly. So research is a lot of work. I mean, that's why my hours are crazy. But of course, I have to talk to a lot of people and we have to do a lot of research. And we're doing research by calling people and getting information. So, it's a busy schedule.
Do you enjoy and love that grind?
Yes, it doesn't feel like a job.
Which is a blessing.
Yeah, and I've been doing this for 34 years, and it's actually never felt like a job.
Do you feel like a rock star?
No, I do not. But if I had a posse, I certainly, or like a limo or security, then I would know what it's like to be a rock star.
So as you can see, he's working like crazy hours. He's working till 2 a.m., waking up at 5 a.m., going on the news outlets, talk about Bitmine. And that's why Bitmine has a huge advantage towards all the other Ethereum companies out there, because they have this crazy founder or chairman and they have the media attention. Media attention is very important because this means that lots and lots of people know about the stock. You will never buy a stock that you don't hear about, okay? And if you see it all on CNBC, on Twitter, like Tom Lee has 500,000 followers on X. This is a very, very important point in my personal opinion, all right? This is obviously never financial advice. Make your own research and your own investment decisions. Bitmine did something crazy yesterday, okay? Well, not crazy, but maybe it surprised me positively. if you're watching me for a while, I'm doing these crazy predictions. I believe that those are very, very bullish predictions. And, I did this prediction. As you can see, I thought by the 20th of August, they will announce that they have around like 1.4 million in Ethereum. And Monday, they did exactly this. So actually what they announced was that Bitmine today announced Ethereum holdings of 1.5 million tokens, okay? Remember my prediction. This was on 19th of August. I predicted that on the 20th of August, they will have 1.4. So my very aggressive predictions, they even overblown and over-delivered, okay? So when I say the stock will reach 100, 150, 200, maybe this will also be much faster than we all think, okay? Moreover, they summarized it that, they have 373,000 more Ethereum than a week ago and 1.7 billion higher than a week ago, okay? Now, which is also quite insane, they said they are now the second biggest crypto holder on the public markets, okay? They said they were the third biggest and now they overruled or overtook Mara, which is, one of the biggest companies here. You can see they have $5.96 billion in crypto, mostly in Bitcoin. And that's why if you think about, okay, what is with Bitcoin, Ethereum is just like much more fast, okay? Much more faster in gaining value, much more faster how they acquire Ethereum than other companies. And I believe that maybe, by the year end or maybe by, beginning of the next year, I think they will be number one company worldwide holding the most crypto under assets. Okay, this is insane, guys. This speed is insane. The team is insane. The idea is insane. So if you can see that one of the most important parts about Ethereum treasury companies is the number of stocks that they get traded. So as more is get traded, as more liquidity they have and the more stocks they can issue to get more Ethereum. And that's why it's much better to hold Bitmine instead of only Ethereum, in my personal opinion. Okay, so here you can see they said they benefit from this highly liquid stock. They rank towards the 10 top stocks in the US, which is absolutely insane. Here you can see the whole list. They are just behind Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, AMD, Microsoft, Palantir, Amazon, Meta, United Health Group, because Warren Buffett invested in United Health Group just a couple of days ago, so it's huge media attention. And then comes already Bitmine. It's absolutely insane. I mean, those numbers are striking me absolutely phenomenally, okay? Now let's dive into the Ethereum topic. They mentioned it here a little bit what JP Morgan actually says, that Ethereum suited for meteoric stablecoin growth, all right? Regarding Ethereum per Tom Lee, chairman of Bitmine, he says the Genius Act and the SEC project crypto are as transformational to financial services in 2025 as the US action on August 15, 1971, ending Bretton Woods and the US dollar on the gold standard and 54 years ago. What does it mean? They mean that what Ethereum is going through is such a big deal, the gold standard with the US. So what does it mean? The gold standard in the US in the 1970s ended where they don't have to have, exactly the amount of gold in their government possessions to print more US dollars. This was a huge deal and started a kind of rally for the US dollar, and they could print much more. If this is a good thing or a bad thing, I mean, we're doing much better than in the 17s. So, apparently it's a good deal, but you can see how crazy it is, okay? And then the last thing, you can go on the website of Bitmine to get all this infos yourself, make sure you read those infos also by your end so you can make your own decisions about Bitmine. Let's dive into Ethereum and what is happening quite crazily about Ethereum and why I believe that could, catapult Bitmine into the stratosphere. So Tom Lee posted yesterday something which maybe not so many people saw, but it was at least 500,000 people, okay? So last time Ethereum balances this low, Ethereum was $30 and it went to $1,500, okay? This is a 50x, guys, okay? And this is the news. Cointelegraph said the amount of ETH on centralized exchanges has dropped to its lowest level in 9 years. And you can see here the graph where this this means that in the end of the day, there's much less Ethereum available. And what happened to supply demand? You get such a huge shock because you have the Ethereum companies that buying ETH. You have companies that want to create a retail product like Robinhood need a lot of ETH. Then you see all the stable coins being built on ETH. Then you have the government going after ETH as a main, blockchain infrastructure. So in this case, I believe that we can see a huge push. And then in the end of the day, the target of Tom Lee having Ethereum at 15, 20,000 by the year end is absolutely insane, because that means that also Bitmine would at least triple in value. That would be the 150. Then we have the end of year rally. Okay, the stock market, as you can see here in this graph, has seasonalities. And in the end of the year, where everybody is at home, everybody is for Christmas, and everybody is at home because it's cold outside, everybody buying stock. And we call this Santa Claus rallies. And I believe that this will bring us a lot of more attention to Bitmine. I think that this will give us a lot of attention to Ethereum. I think also that this will help. And by then, obviously, Bitmine will have much more Ethereum plus the 3x or 4x that Ethereum could do till the end of the year. You can see how I come to the target of $250 per share. Now, if you think is everyone so convinced?
But I'm trying to understand, and this is the question. The stock has moved materially since the election. And as you know, I think this guy's a genius, Elon Musk, and I think Tesla's done wonderful things. But I'm trying to just understand the price action. I could see somebody make an argument that tariffs that'll prevent other EV makers from China to come in should be helpful. I could see an argument that if the IRA goes away and certain subsidies go away to a Ford and a GM, given where Tesla is in the marketplace, that should be a benefit. I could see, though I'll be very straight with you, I don't like the idea of him having influence over NHTSA per se, because I think that it's very difficult to have somebody who's in a business influencing how the regulation of that business works. But maybe NHTSA opens things up, and therefore he has a greater opportunity to move AutoPilot and everything ahead faster. The question is, those things and maybe others, does that account for a 30% move in your mind? 30 plus percent move.
Yes, well, it had been very depressed before that. And as you know, we put our research out there. We have our team, Tasha Keeney, Sam Corris, and our price target is $2,600 in 5 years. That research is out there. You can find it. You can look at the model, change anything you want. So autonomous is 90% of that valuation. And we think the probability of autonomous has gone up dramatically. I mean, Waymo's already doing it, and they've broken through a lot of barriers, actually for Tesla, in terms of introducing the concept. Now Tesla, with 7 million robots on the road already, learning the roads around the United States and the rest of the world. If we have national legislation, we'll be in a very good place.
Cathie, where do you land right now on Bitcoin? You've talked about $500,000 being the price point. I don't know if you changed the time horizon for that, given what's happened. Maybe it's been slower. Maybe now it's speeding up again. What do you think? And what do you think actually drives the price action?
Right. So we have a 2030 target. In our base case, it's around $650,000. In our bull case, it's between $1 and $1.5 million. Now, remember, we were the first public asset manager to gain exposure to Bitcoin in 2015 at $250. And we still, at 90,000, I think we have a long way to go. Why? Well, first of all, we're getting regulatory relief here. And I think that's one of the most important things coming out of this administration. We will get regulatory relief on all kinds of innovation, including healthcare. So the other thing is we're looking at Bitcoin now being viewed as a new asset class. It's not just a global monetary system. It's a new asset class. And what that means is institutions and asset allocators generally are saying, wait a minute, this this asset is behaving differently from all of our other assets.
Right.
We need to include. So I think that's the next big move.
Well, Cathie Wood seems not so much convinced, okay? She's selling, actually, as you can see here, some Bitmine shares. What does it mean? Is this a sell signal for us? Is it something that we should be concerned about? Well, I will explain it to you in the last part of this video, but make sure to subscribe and check out x10daytrading.com if you want that we trade for you with my team of traders. We send all the trades buying and selling into your portfolio, and we have an own software that we call the AutoPilot, and it's all done for you. If you have $10,000 or more, check out the link x10daytrading.com and schedule a call with me personally, and we see if we can help you as well. Cathie Wood is actively managing her ETF, okay? ARK Invest is one of the most growth-focused, tech-focused ETF out there. If we are looking into the chart of ARK Invest, you will see that she went through very crazy times, which was sometime in February of 2021. We had their ETF, the main ETF, ARK Innovation ETF. ARK Invest is the company of Cathie Wood, but you can see like you have a crazy run for this ETF and the mission of Cathie Wood. Then we had, the bear market, which, it was very hard for her because like those growth stocks have always a premium, so she got like a little bit screwed. And then since then she went up 131% and is on a good way to have one of the best performing ETFs over the last 2 years. Now, why does she sell? Well, if you run an ETF, especially actively managed ETF, then you have a couple of regulations that you can do by yourself, or it's like, a SEC rule. But if you are an ETF, some positions cannot be larger than, let's say, 5%, 2%, whenever is the regulations. And once the stock goes up, she bought around 182 million worth of Bitmine. She got a price of around 38. She's already up quite a bit. And she sold only 17% of her holding, just kind of trimming, okay? So that's just totally normal. This is not a sell signal. This is not a turn of opinion. This is just usual money management in an actively traded ETF. So don't be afraid. Don't be kind of panicking. This is totally normal. Of course, there will be media outlets and they will say, hey, she's selling, so there must be something. But guys, we are so early on Bitmine. The last time I was early on such a stock, it was Palantir, it was Nvidia, it was Tesla. And now we also early on Bitmine. There's so many people that don't know my channel. So make sure to share my videos as well. If you want to have friends in investing, and this is always a little bit of fun to sharing these videos as well. So summarized, you see Tom Lee is working his ass off. Then you have obviously the Ethereum big bombshell that I just showed you, which could transform the price of Ethereum quite dramatically. Then you have the predictions, my aggressive prediction that's got even overblown. And then you have Cathie Wood that is doing just normal money manager style of trimming of their positions. Okay. So with all of that together, I believe we are in an amazing track. And I believe that 250 towards the end of the year could be breakthrough. And this would be absolutely insane because this will be an absolute wife changer or husband changer, depending. And thank you very much for watching. And I see you obviously tomorrow for a brand new video. Make sure to check out x10daytrading.com. And I see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow.